Hey guys, King of Charmanders here. Today I bring to you the best style customization guide, ranking the current meta. So this video is a guide for the new mechanic coming out called it's already out, style customization. And this allows you to change your playstyle as long as you have the materials to unlock it. That's the caveat. It's not as easy as it looks. It's actually really hard. But the good thing is 3 weapon types have come out and you can test them out in the training grounds, the sword and shield, the longsword, and light bowgun styles. First, how do you unlock style customization? Well, number 1, you must have an eligible grade 8 weapon. So it needs to be at grade 8. Once that, you will see the tree unlock. And this means that the monster type / weapon type has been released / unlocked. Eligible means that it needs to be out because not all monster types and weapon types are out yet. In addition, you must have enough materials to unlock the 5th level. As you see right here, you need all the materials before you're able to unlock style customization. And once you have enough materials, then you can go ahead and you can start switching between styles. Next up, what is the style customization material requirements? So in order to do this, as you see right here, you must sacrifice materials from the respective monster. I have a lot right here. Depending on what you sacrifice, it will give certain points. And after you fill that bar, there's an upgrade meter. And once you reach those required points, like I mentioned, you will go to the next level. And to style customize, you must actually reach level 5. So this is only level 1. You need to sacrifice enough materials to get to level 5. Once you get there, you need to sacrifice even more materials. Here's an example right here where you sacrifice materials, upgrade complete right there, and then you can upgrade. And you can continue to do it. But as you see right here, if you're going to unlock styles, it's actually not that simple. There's actually more to it. As you see right here, you need rift scales from the respective monster and wyvern scare stones from 9-star monsters. So it's actually not that easy. These materials are actually really hard to get. I've only gotten 1 rift scale out of like 40 of these that I've slayed. So yes, you need rarity 6 riftborn monster materials as well as wyvern scare stones, which despite I think like 40 rarity 49 stars I've killed, I still don't have a single single scare stone. That's what it is. But wait, there's more. In addition, there's something called stat boost, and stat boost will allow you to select the parameter boost at levels 10, 15, and 20. So you can do this 3 times. And there are currently 3 parameters: attack boost plus 50, element value plus 50, and affinity plus 5. Now here's the caveat: they also require rarity 6 materials from riftborn and 9-star monsters. So it's not that easy. As you see right here, it's even more than style customization. So you're going to have to do a whole lot of grinding if you want to unlock all of these stat boosts. And now, the content you have been waiting for. We move on to the actual style customizations that are out right now. There are 3, the sword and shield, longsword, and the light bowgun. First, we're looking at the sword and shield style, the drill slash. Overall, this ranks at A. The pros are, it changes your blunt attacks to slash, so you will no longer shield bash a monster's head to oblivion. It will change everything to slash attacks. But the thing about this is it also gives you a powerful backstep air slash attack like you see right here. In addition, replace slash attacks feel faster and smoother. So in comparison to where you need to lug that heavy shield around, as you see right here, these slashes are actually pretty smooth, and I think they're a little faster than the original one. The rising slash is still around there, but as you see, the fall is definitely a lot smoother, as well as your combinations. However, here's the cons. You do lose the ability to stun the monster with your shield bash attacks, which is a small trade-off. Moving on, we have the next sword and shield style, the perfect rush. This ranks at S. It is actually insanely good. It replaces your backstep with your special attack, which is really cool. Along with that, it will actually end with a falling shield bash that's actually higher and has more control. So you'll be able to fall down faster, as you see right here. Not only that, the rise in the air when you use it, as you see in this example, is much faster than the original backstep. And what makes this really great, there's no real cons here. This is essentially just an improved version of your original sword and shield style. Yes, the combination takes a little longer, but you can quickly just tap through it. And like I mentioned, with faster speed and control, this is actually essentially, again, just a new and improved version of your perfect, well, not really new because you're just replacing it with another attack. That's already known, but it's still really dang good. And now we go on to the next weapon type, which is the longsword, which is the sacred sheath combo. And unfortunately, this is like the worst one out of everything that's come out. For good reason. Here's the pros. It allows you to tap and hold to charge your longsword attacks. And you're able to sidestep once you have it fully. So you're going to see me once I have it. However, here's the problem. This requires you to have your spirit gauge boost active. So it has to be at full and at red if you're going to actually use it. As you see, it's draining right there in this example. So you need to charge, have your spirit gauge active. Yeah, you could sidestep off of it, but you take away one of your most overpowered mechanics, which is parry and countering, in order to use this. So for that one specific fact that you take away that mechanic, I have to rank this at the lowest. It probably is still really good and useful. It'll probably be improved in the future, but as of right now, as it stands, it's actually really dang bad. Next up, we have the Spirit Reckoning for Longsword, and it is rank S. This is actually really dang cool and really dang powerful. When your spirit gauge is full and it's powered up, you do a crazy amount of damage. And parry is switched with a multi-hit combo and is still able to counter attacks and roars. This is the biggest comparison to the last one. Being able to keep parry is important, and it kind of keeps you in attack position. That's the only cons here, is that you lose the distance you get from BI Spirit Slash, your original style. So when you do it, you're not going to travel across the map, which is actually okay in most instances, because you don't have to go back and close distance again to attack the monster. However, there is another con. This requires you to charge your spirit gauge for full effect. However, combined with the fact that you see just how much damage this thing does, I really think it's totally worth it, and it's going to be really interesting to see just how this actually plays out when you finally, like, I'm waiting for, like, gold Rothian or pink Rothian. I'll probably just upgrade the longsword just for this, because it really is that cool and really that awesome, and I want to test it out for myself. Well, we're testing out right now. It's just, you know, like an actual, like, with full builds and whatnot. And last but not least, I am a ranged main, but I've dabbled in the other weapon types and I'm trying to get those gold right now. However, forever ranged. And we have light bowgun style for here, and it's the stepping shot with a rank of S. This is what I've been waiting for. Stepping shot is literally the one thing where I was always like harping about not only light bowgun but heavy bowgun, because this allows you to fire shots while dodging in all directions. Up, down, left, and right. And you can quickly shift between your ammo sets because of this. As you see right here, you're going to dodge anyways with a light bowgun. So you can go ahead and you see how all these crazy different angles you can shoot at while dodging. The DPS potential here is just insane. And it's actually really hard to do because here are the cons. You need to be really good at aiming. If you aren't used to like dodging angles or like creating angles with your shots, then this is going to be really difficult for you. In addition, this can quickly eat up your ammo, so this will need reload speed 3 to be efficient. But as you see right here, you can actually even combine this with evading reload, and you could just constantly just evade and blast the monster and not ever worry about having to reposition, which is actually pretty dang cool. Speaking of cool, not as cool as the last one, it's called light bowgun style sliding reload with a rank of A. Not as good as the last one like I mentioned, but it allows you to reload by dodging. This is like evading reload on steroids. And this can also quickly shift between ammo sets. So this essentially allows you to eliminate the need for reload speed, because every time you just dodge, you will reload, which is pretty dang cool. However, there is a con with this. The reason it's not S is because if you're like bowgun main like I do, you're a range main, this can really mess up your rhythm. You go from thunder ammo to slicing ammo, and this doesn't even consider sticky. So if you use sticky and you get knocked back a little bit because you shoot it, and then you switch ammos, you're like, oh wait, hold on, I'm not at the right one. So if you go from something like slicing to sticky and you're like, oh wait, hold on, I have to aim for that this time. So it could take time to get used to. Not only that, this will rely on you evading to reload. That's what I'm trying to say. So because you have to evade to reload, it's like you're usually like the usual rhythm where you wait till all your bullets are done and then you can reload. Again, it can kind of mess you up. Hopefully this helps you with understanding the style customization system. Now honestly, while this is really cool, the requirements are ridiculously high. Even as endgame content, and not all weapon style types and monster types are even available right now. So they're going to do a slow rollout, which I get it, but it's still, with how hard it is, unless you live in Japan or a very high community, and you're just blasting Riftborn monsters and 9-stars left and right, there's really not going to be much of a chance for you here to get it anytime soon. Like, unless someone has literally not slept I don't think there's anyone out there that actually has style customization maxed out at 20. If you do, you're a madman. You're way better. You're way more motivated and better than me, and I applaud it. But I'm waiting for Black Diablos. When Black Diablos gets a Riftborn, I'm going to extinct her entire family, her husband, her son, her daughter, her next offspring, whatever comes out there. Black Diablos, you're going down. Anyways, please do me a huge favor. Like, subscribe, and comment for the YouTube algorithm. Go look on your Riftborn and your Wyvern Scarce Stone drops. I hope you get them really fast. And if the monster you don't want is out here right now, you can just wait for the future. Go look your grinds, and I'll see y'all on the next video.